What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time. Kind of looks like I got a green screen behind me. This is just the wall color of the basement area, as you guys saw before. Still getting acclimated to the new house, and settled in and everything. I still have to bring over some stuff. I still got jerseys and all my hats. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be another move. That's going to be more bags and bins of stuff. And some other stuff too. But, you know, for the most part, it's coming along really well. I haven't really run into any kind of hang-ups or anything like that. So, I've been happy with it to this point. And I thought, I would do a little Jersey vlog here. This is, I guess, volume 12. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, so I figured, let me get one in there. And and since we are now into November, and I mean they're already deluging us with holiday commercials, so the holidays are just around the corner, and that means that part of the holiday season, the end of the holiday season, is New Year's. So my goodness, this year is almost over, and we're getting into 2017 almost, a little under 2 months away, and of course, sale season, the Black Friday sale, Mitchell and Ness, and the winter sale coming up next February, the week of the Super Bowl. As long as they still have it. As long as they still do that one, I would hope they do. But they've done it for a number of years. So hopefully, I know they've been like I don't know if it's like new management or whatever the heck's going on there. We'll see what happens come February. They've been running a lot of different sales, so I would imagine they'll still do it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens come February. But anyhow, with the sales season coming up and everything like that, gets to thinking about, okay, what would I like to pick up? What items would I like to acquire? During those two sales, and some other stuff like that. So I thought I'd get into a few things I'm hoping to get. And also, as we get closer to 2017, a couple of the jerseys that I'm hoping to get in 2017, or maybe even by 2017. So I thought I would talk about that a little bit. And I also thought that I would talk a little about the jersey game in general as far as today's jersey game. It's something that we've all kind of touched on in recent time, obviously with the release of that rookie LeBron jersey and such. So I thought I would talk a little about my thoughts. I know I talked a little bit about with that LeBron jersey, but basically what my feelings are towards today's jersey game. And you talk about the jersey game, and I got the checkerboard, the original run, El Salvador run. Shout out again to my buddy Big Slim helping me, acquire this one. I got the newer China run too, but I actually got that one first, and then I got this one sometime later. But this is a pretty hard one to get. But I got the original run here, El Salvador, Mitch Richmond, checkerboard. Talk about jerseys from back in the day, and this was one of them. So I thought I'd just throw it on for the vid. The hat is at home. Is at my old home, but I'll have that here hopefully by the weekend or something like that. But we'll see what happens. But love this jersey. This is really good quality. Of course, as we know, the older runs. Not hating on the newer stuff. I certainly have enough of that. So but I thought I'd just throw it on. I saw it there. It's one of the jerseys on the rack. I'm like, I don't think I've ever worn this in a video. So let me go ahead and give it a wear for this vid. For this jersey vlog vid. I gotta get something back here. I'm thinking about at some point getting the fathead of Lincoln Financial Field and put it here, because there's a lot of space. See, there's like enough space to kind of have it back here behind me in the where I'm sitting right here. So basically, so this is like the entertainment, like I said, the entertainment section. So there you see the TV. Yeah, got the Sixers game on right now. I mean, you think they could just win a game or something? I don't know. But anyhow, they got the Pacers tonight. So and Joel Embiid isn't playing tonight, so we'll see. But anyhow, let's get right into the main thrust of the video, which is I'm going to start off with my thoughts on today's Jersey game, and also I'm going to finish off with some of the jerseys I'm hoping to pick up during the sales, and also some of the jerseys I'd love to pick up. What were my directions going to be, at least going on the near future? I always have plans, and then it just gets screwed up. But anyhow, let's start with today's Jersey game. So, as we all know, it's all about trends. I mean, the Jersey game has changed so many different times. The boom days of Mitchell and Ness, when they were just pumping out all sorts of stuff like this Mitch Richmond jersey. All different areas, USA run, El Salvador run, Korea, Mexico, wherever they would make them back then. Of course, then it all became, or mostly it all became, China, and that's where the bulk of their business, as far as the jerseys and basically everything else, has been taking place for the past, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years or so. And obviously, along with that, and with the fact that the jersey phase, the jersey boom was over, they obviously didn't manufacture as many. They've been kind of limited in recent years with the players that they've been pumping out. We've seen a lot of Jordan jerseys, and now recently we've seen a lot of, more of the, more recent players like Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Steph Curry, even Kevin Garnett, if you want to, go with more recent players. Shaq, Kobe, of course, lots of Kobe jerseys. And the list goes on. And, as a community, most of us, I say most of us, not all of us, but most of us are people like myself who are in this community as far as an age group. I mean, I'm 38 years old, and a lot of the guys in the community are around that age. Some are older, but we also got some young guys, coming up in the groups, and they just started out jersey collecting maybe a few years ago. Maybe they were getting like we all were, the replica jerseys, what they can afford or what their parents would give them, and so now Mitchell and Ness. Any time in retail, you always gotta try to keep up with what's hot. What's the thing? And as much as we lament, why aren't they making, the older players, all these different players and taking chances on this player or that player, making this jersey, making that jersey. The jerseys are selling at what is it, $250, $275, $300 a pop. So they're going to be making the jerseys that they believe are going to move, are going to sell. And we've been through this before. I'm not saying anything that you guys don't already know. But basically, so what they've been doing is they've been putting out players and jerseys that they think are safe. They think are ones that are definitely going to move. And maybe for us, like LeBron, that's too new a player. Steph Curry, what are they doing? They're making these players. Why don't they just put out these other player jerseys and, or take chances on this player or that player? And the reason basically is because a lot of their buyers anymore are the younger generations, and they're the guys that are the next up, for the jersey, collecting community. I mean, these are guys that, when they were younger, they were getting the LeBron James, Nike Swingman or the Reebok Swingman or, whatever. And so to them, LeBron James is like our Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jordan is my all-time favorite player, and that's never gonna, that's always just how it's gonna be. I grew up with MJ. I watched him. I watched those Bulls teams. I was in love with those teams. They're one of the teams that got me started, in my sports love. And so for me, it's always going to be Michael Jordan. But for the younger generations, it's LeBron James, it's Kobe. Maybe even to a lesser effect, it's Shaq. It's Allen Iverson, of course. I'm a big AI fan myself, so my all-time favorite Sixer. But it's Allen Iverson. It's it might even be like a Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. These are the players that are there, Michael Jordan, they're Magic Johnson, they're Larry Bird, they're Dr. J, they're idols. They're sports idols, and these are the guys that are growing up now, and they're at the age where they can pay more money for a jersey. So LeBron James, Mitchell Ness makes his rookie jersey. To them, it's like for us, Michael Jordan rookie jersey. We all go crazy. Or back in the day when Mitchell Ness made the dunk jersey, the Michael Jordan dunk jersey from the dunk contest, or whatever. I mean, we all just went nuts over it. I mean, I never did get that one, but little too pricey. Every time I see that one, that's just a little too pricey. But a lot of the jersey heads have it. The older heads, the guys like myself grew up on MJ. It's like a grail. It's one of their top jerseys. I mean, Big Slim, he's always telling me about what a great jersey that is, USA run and everything like that. And but the point I'm making is that these are the guys and gals. Maybe they're the ones that are going after these jerseys now, big time. And they're the ones that are spending that money. So Mitchell and Ness is kind of catering to them, but they're still putting out some of the jerseys that our generations can get into too. But a lot of the jerseys that they've been putting out in recent time have been, they have delved into the '90s, even the 2000s. I mean, a couple of years ago they made that Kobe jersey. At the time they didn't put the 60 logo on it, but they made the. I want to say it's 2004, probably butchering the year, but that jersey when he wore the throwback Showtime Laker jersey number 24. I actually have the one without the patch, but then they since made the one with the patch, with that 60th anniversary patch for the Lakers. I think that was one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first jerseys that they kind of got into the 2000s with. I may be wrong about that, but then since that, of course, they've been putting out some others. AI. They made a few of the '01 AI jerseys. They made Kobe and Shaq. They just made it the '01 Kobe Finals. They made the Shaq and Kobe. Was that '99, 2000, or is it the '99, 2000 jersey? The 2000 Finals. Before that, they made Tim Duncan and David Robinson. The '99 Finals jerseys. They made Latrell Sprewell. New York Knicks, Larry Johnson, New York Knicks from the '99 season, '98-'99 season. Although they didn't make it with the finals patch, but so they've been slowly getting these jerseys in there, and of course other sports too. Baseball, they just started putting out some stuff. Randy Johnson, Diamondbacks, Ken Griffey Jr. That's a 1997 jersey, but still, kind of newer years. It's not like they redid his rookie jersey. They made another one, from the '97 season. Hockey. They've been putting out like the Eric Lindros, Flyers jerseys. Some of the players and some of the teams that have been kind of more recent, in more recent memory. In football, of course, they've done, Brian Dawkins and Brian Westbrook from the Eagles. I still want to get that that Dawkins with the inaugural Lincoln Financial Field patch, although they lost that game to Tampa. Boy, they got us a few times in those years. It's not a great memory, but I love that patch. But anyhow, yeah, so they've been pumping out a lot of jerseys, basically, long story short, that are more of recent time. It's just because it's like it's a generational change. I mean, and that's something we have to understand. I mean, for us, we don't really understand it as much, but if you think about it in the business sense, it makes sense for them to do that. I mean, they are catering towards the younger, crowds now, the people who are going to buy their stuff more frequently, perhaps. We're still going to buy, but that's just how it is. But I will say this, there's a few things about the Jersey game that I'm not a big fan of. One thing that kind of scared me, so I talked about this before. When Mitchell and Ness first put out the '01 All-Star Iverson, and they put out the rookie KG, they only made them up to a size 48. Now they since reissued them in all sizes, and that was, that was good. But I'm thinking, man, I mean, because I know the big thing now is everyone wears their jerseys like tight fitting. It's like one of the big things now. Not me. This is it's got some room. But it's a generational thing. I mean, today people wear their jerseys tight. You know, they wear them a size smaller. You know, like a slim fit type thing. So the one worry that I had, and maybe I shouldn't be, but the one worry I had is, man, what if Mitchell and Ness only starts making jerseys only up to size 48s? I'm out of luck, man. I can't wear a 48. I can go up to the smallest I can go is 52. I mean, if I did a 48, even if I lost some weight, even if I hit the gym more, it would still be not very comfortable on me. I might look a little better in it than I would at the current time. I do need to get to the gym more. That's one of my. Everyone has that resolution, right? That's one of mine. But anyhow, even then, a 48 wouldn't fit right. So it's like I got to do a 52. The 52 is, sorry for the shaky camera. 52 is probably the biggest, or the smallest, I should say, that I can really do as far as Mitchell and Ness goes. As far as if they continue to make them in China. Now that brings me to another point. One thing that we've noticed recently is Mitchell and Ness has started to delve back into the USA runs. Now they've always made them for the flannel baseball jerseys. They have never been made in any other country other than the USA. As far as when they started making jerseys in China, the one jersey that always remained USA made was the wool flannel jerseys. But now, I think if you check their website, there is a few jerseys that they've been putting out in recent time that have USA tags on there. They got a couple Laker jerseys out there, I noticed. Michael Cooper, I think they did a James Worthy, a Road James Worthy, maybe even a Road Magic Johnson. I think there was a few more in there. It's on their website. If you check it out, if you look close, I think a couple of the jersey heads noticed this in the groups, but the back red tag, it's still a little red tag, but it does say made in USA instead of made in China. Now again, Mitchell and Ness they're not run by Adidas anymore, and maybe with that, now that they're out of Adidas, maybe they will start making their stuff in USA again. Maybe that's something that is kind of the next shoe to drop. Maybe that's the next phase. You might not see it totally right now. There might just be testing with a few jerseys. Maybe some jerseys that are easy to make, but it is something that we kind of picked up on. We noticed, hey, some of these jerseys are made in USA now. We'll see, and maybe as time goes, there'll be more and more that are made in USA instead of everything coming from China. And I'm not one to hate on the China run jerseys. I mean, I buy them. I mean, I get them during every sale. I've been getting them during every sale for the past how many years. If it's a jersey I want to get and I like it, I'm going to get it. And that's just what it is. I understand it's not like it used to be, but it's still a jersey that I want in my collection. And if I'm going to get it, I'm going to wear it, I'm going to buy it. That's just how it is. That's always how it's been with me. That's how I always say everyone should do it. You buy what makes you happy. It's your money, so if you're going to spend it on something, just do it for you. Don't worry about other people opinion. Oh, it should be this way or that way. If it's something you like, then that's what you should go after. That's the way it's always been with me. Not hating on people who who have a problem with it, but that's just that's how Mighty Fan rolls. That's how it's always going to be. So so we'll see. I mean, that's something that I'm kind of hoping for too, because, I mean, obviously the older jerseys were, the quality was really good. And they have made jerseys today that are really nice. I mean, some people say that the Kevin Garnett rookie that they made now is better than the one they made years ago. Now, I don't know, because I still have to get it. But that's just word on the street, was that it's better, it's done right. The first one they did was nice, but there was some sort of issues or something with the fabric or whatever. But the one they made now is the correct way of doing it. This is just what people were saying. I haven't even seen the jersey in person yet, so I don't even know. It is one I want to get though. But the other thing that I really don't like, the jersey trend, and we talk about the slim fit, we talk about the tight fit. It's like the NBA, they keep pumping out these T-shirt jerseys, and I know that they're this is, I think, the last season that the NBA is going to be that their jerseys are going to be made by Adidas, and I forget who's making it after that. I forget if it's Under Armour or whoever it is that's making it after this season. I think this is the last season that Adidas is doing NBA jerseys. That license expires after this year. But I hate those T-shirt jerseys. And I'm not hating on people who have them or like them. It's just my personal opinion. I mean, basketball jerseys are different, than a lot of the other sports that we see, like because they don't have sleeves. I mean, they're tank tops. I mean, look at this. It's a tank top. It's one of the only jerseys that's made in professional and collegiate and high school, whatever sports. It's just different. It's kind of unique. You may have other jerseys that have kind of, no sleeves or whatever, but like when you think of a basketball, like when I think of a basketball jersey, this is what I think of. It's like a tank top with numbers and letters and sometimes a logo, but that to me is a basketball jersey. Okay, so football jerseys, hockey jerseys, baseball jerseys, for the most part, I mean, there were vests that had the sleeveless, but for the most part, baseball jerseys, soccer jerseys, all have sleeves. Basketball is the one sport that doesn't have sleeves. And to me, it should always be that way. This is always how a basketball jersey should be. When you see these T-shirt jerseys, and they look like soccer jerseys on people playing basketball. And I get it. You want to do something different. It's unique to the NBA, to basketball. You see in college and high school people wearing T-shirts under the jersey. So maybe in some ways it makes a little bit of sense, but I never liked it. I think it looks very just, it's like they're just reaching for something. I hope that this is the last year that you see them. I hope that if it's Under Armour or whoever's doing it after this year, I hope they do away with the T-shirt jerseys. I just don't like them. I mean, I see teams wearing, I mean, the Cavs won a championship last year in T-shirt jerseys. And it's like, they had an all-star game once. Everyone was wearing T-shirt jerseys. They had Christmas Day game uniforms one year. Everyone wearing T-shirt jerseys. It was like they were oversaturating it. They were just pumping them out just to try to sell things. And it was like, stop it already. They're horrible. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't even, like I said, it's like playing basketball in a soccer jersey. Not hating on soccer, not saying anything against soccer, but that's basically what it is. And I hated it. And it's like these teams, and they would wear like, they would put out like Civic Pride jerseys, and it would be the T-shirt jersey. It's like it's almost like it's a design that I think would look awesome on a tank top, like regular NBA jersey, and it's on a T-shirt jersey, and that just drove me nuts. And thankfully my Sixers haven't done it. I mean, they're like one of the few teams in the NBA that have not worn a T-shirt jersey to this point, and I hope they never do. They're like one of the last of the holdouts, so thank you. The one thing the Sixers have gotten right over the last how many years is that they haven't worn a T-shirt jersey to this point. Yeah, but that's a trend that needs to go away. I can't stand them. To me, it's like, yeah. And yeah, I'm going to sound like one of those people. But when I was growing up watching the NBA in the 90s, you didn't see any T-shirt jerseys on Michael Jordan. So I couldn't, I hate those, and I hope they go away. I really do. So that's basically my thoughts, I should say, on some of the more recent trends. I'm not a fan of the slim fit, not just because I need to lose a few lbs, but just, I mean, a jersey, you're supposed to wear it. I know on the court and on the field, I mean, they wear them, tight and whatever, but it's part of the uniform. I mean, when you're wearing them just to wear it as a fan, this is how you wear it. I mean, to me, this is how you wear it. And I'm an OG jersey head. So for me, this is how we wore it back then. This is how you're supposed to wear it. And the younger generations are going to say, this is how you got to wear it. Yeah. You can't breathe. But it is what it is. Like I said, every generation there's going to be trends, and there's going to be all sorts of what have you, and that's just the thing now. But it is what it is, right? But getting back to my point in the USA, the one thing that I hope, though, because the one thing that does bother me about Mitchell and Ness is the prices. I mean, $300 for an NBA jersey. I mean, that's just, I don't know. My kind of concern and worry if they do start going back to USA is the price going to increase? Because obviously it's already at the point where it is where it doesn't cost them too much to make them over in China. I mean, we know this. I mean, it's pennies on the dollar for them to make a jersey over there. But if they're going to start making them back here in the USA or maybe elsewhere, are they going to, is that price going to go up? I mean, are they going to go from like the 300 range to like the 350, dare I even say 400 range, where it's just going to be near impossible? It's like you have to wait for the deal. I don't think it would get that high, but you just never know. Um, you know, it's like they might be able to justify that, saying, "Well, we're making them back in the USA again, so now the price has to go up." That that would be like my concern. Would be if they do start making them in the USA again, is the price going to go up? Is the price going to be where it's going to be like, almost like taking out loans to get a jersey? Anyhow, I've rambled on here for 26 minutes. I'm going to cut this video off now, and I'm going to make another one, which is going to be part 2 of Mighty Fans Jersey Vlog Volume 12. This was part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2, which is going to be what I'm hoping to do. Some of the jerseys I'd like to get, some of the directions that I want to go in the coming months. And because I would like to spend a little bit of time, and I don't want this video to go on for like almost an hour. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I will be back with part 2. So, all right, everyone, take care. I'll see you in part 2.